Hello, my name is Andrea and this is my first ever YouTube video. I've decided to do a video as I have been going out of my mind for months trying to work out and understand something that I've been going through and not understanding the reason why I've been experiencing what I have. And I figured that there must be someone out there or people out there that do know the answer to my question and do know the answer to this unanswered question that's been going round and round in my head for all these months and can explain why I've experienced what I have. So therefore I thought I'd do a video, put it out there, share it, and really hope that someone or people come forward and explain to me why I have experienced what I have. I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about myself so that you can kind of understand how I've come to this journey that I've been on. Not really journey, but you know what I mean. Basically I'm 34. At the moment I'm sitting in my dad's spare room and this is where I've been living for several months. I've been unwell, really unwell, since I was 18 years old, so for 16 years. And unfortunately in the last 3 years it's become much worse. The whole time I've been unwell, nobody has understood what is wrong with me, and no tests or scans or blood tests or anything would show anything. But in the last year I have had a diagnosis, and now it's just about kind of trying to find the right treatment and medication, which unfortunately so far none of them have worked. So this has resulted in me losing my home, not being able to work for the last 3 years, living on benefits. Well, I say living, not really living on benefits, but you know, receiving benefits to try and somehow contribute to my living costs, which it doesn't even touch. And I was renting a lovely house which I loved. I've been there for 3 years, and unfortunately I've had to leave there and move out, which has just devastated me. So for the last 16 years I have been always on the lookout for how can I make money online or at home, or kind of relatively easily. How can I make like a residual income that's coming in that I don't have to go to work and get paid by the hour to do, because I'm not well enough, and I've had lots of kind of jobs here and there, like part-time jobs, and most of the time I've had to leave them because of how ill I've been and I haven't been able to cope with it. Which is really frustrating because me as a person and my character is very ambitious. I want good things in life, and 16 years have gone past, and 16 years of my adult life has been me being unwell most of the time, in bed, not able to work, or going to work but struggling so much and just almost like crying through the day. Anyway, the reason I've been looking out for, you know, is there a way to make money online thing, and honestly believe me, I've been looking for years, like about 15 years I've been looking, and I know there's things out there. I know there's ways to make money whilst at home, make money whilst you're on holiday, make money whilst you're, you know, I don't know, eating your lunch. I know that there are ways to do that. So over the years I have looked into so many things, tried a few things, and at the beginning, well, kind of in the middle of last year, when I knew things were going down, and it was looking like I was going to have to move out of my house. I was looking for a housemate whilst being ill. I mean, there's no way I could ever explain how bad it's been on this video, and I'm sure I look fine right now, but you know. Anyway, so last year I came across binary options trading, and I had looked into trading, like online trading in the past. And I kind of had a little bit of a go of it, but didn't really get very far and didn't really understand it, and it was all a little bit beyond me, and it seemed like a bit of a gamble to me, and to be honest I wasn't really interested enough to learn how to trade. I wasn't really interested enough to do that. So about this time last year I found out about binary options and realised that it was a big world of binary options, and there was lots of different ways that you can do it, with softwares, with trend indicators, with signal indicators and stuff like that. So over a few months last year I started to look into it. I wasn't going to jump into anything, I didn't have any money anyway, but I started to look into it and realised that okay, people can make good money here. I watched quite a lot of scammy videos about softwares and things and got caught up in a couple. Didn't deposit any money though, because I didn't have any money. Cutting a long story short, I've been watching, learning, reading, watching, learning, reading for a good 6, 7 to 8 months. Realised that you could make money from this, you know. I learned as much as I possibly could, and I really cautiously was kind of stepping in, thinking, okay, this could be for me. It seemed like it was for me. It seemed like that you know, you just, you know, follow these indicators or switch on this software and away you go, and you're making, you know, hundreds a day. So I thought, okay, this can be for me. My target is £150 a day. So that's not that much money really when you see what some people are making. So the first thing I did was started to follow and subscribe to lots of YouTube reviewers of softwares, and it got me really excited. The first few that I'm going to just tell you the ones that I from about the beginning of this year, I've been watching every single video they put up, and you know, and all of the videos that they had beyond that. So I've watched every single video that these people have. It's Paul at Binary Options in Review, Adam at Binary Options Software, I think it's Nicola at Binary, no, not software, sorry, Adam at Binary Options Strategy, Nicola at Binary Options Software, Rachel at Scam Aware, which was Scam Advisor or something before that, Learn to Trade Binary, there's another one, there's loads, Scam Reviews, Keith at Scam Reviews, Learn to Trade Binary, Binary Options Product Review, I think the other one is, I think that's Seb, and many more. I can't really think now. There's Gary at one of them, I can't remember, and there's Binary Options. there's a guy that I speak to quite often, I can't remember what his channel is called. Learn to Trade Binary or something like that. There's probably about 15 channels that I subscribe to. And I started by watching all the videos they'd ever done, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, these people are making thousands, and there are some softwares, yeah, that's scams, but some softwares that aren't. This is so exciting. You can imagine me, I've been in this position, this hopeless position, not knowing how I'm going to go forward, to thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to be able to keep my house, I'm going to be able to, you know, get the treatment that I need, I'm going to be able to live a half decent life like I've found it, yes. So to cut a long story short, this video is going to be long, guys, I'm sorry, it's quite a long story, but from after this one I'm going to do smaller kind of chapters. Okay, so this is my position. I realised what Binary Options was, I've read, I've learned, I've watched thousands, and I mean thousands of reviews on YouTube for different softwares. As far as I was concerned, I definitely found something that you can do at home using softwares and getting a good kind of 70% win rate, or even 65 would be good. And you just got to kind of watch these reviews, see which ones are legit and which ones aren't, and then sign up for these softwares, and away you go. So it took me quite a while to actually go for it, and I borrowed the $250 deposit off of a friend, and I went for Ice 9. And again, I've been watching videos for months and months and months, and I finally signed up for Ice 9 through one of the reviewers, and I'd watched the videos on Ice 9 spread across all of these reviewers. So a good like 10 or so reviewers had been doing, you know, using the Ice 9 software for a good couple of weeks, having really, really good results, and I thought, this is it, you know, this is it, I'm done. There's someone pulling up outside my house. Hold on a sec. I'm really hoping they're not coming into my house. No, next door. Sorry about that, guys. I thought someone was going to come in. So I signed up for Ice 9. Like, bearing in mind, I've watched all these reviews. People doing so well. It was having a really good, like at least 75% win rate. This was the first one that I'd ever come in contact with, and I was going to go for it, and I was really, really nervous, but I just thought I had learnt so much. Probably for about 6 months I'd been watching and learning and taking it all in, and I'm not stupid either. Like, I am actually quite an intelligent person, and I've watched those reviews, and I'm looking, thinking there is no way they can fake that. There's no way they can trick that. You're seeing them do live trading, you're seeing the screens, you know, let's go for this. So considering I've been watching people making thousands thousands, you know, or even with $25 trades, winning a lot, obviously losing at times, but really, you know, mainly winners. So here I am, and I'm thinking, oh God, I'm nervous. I switched on this. I deposited my $250. It was all very new to me, learning how to, you know, sign up with a broker and the verification. It was all, you know, a bit confusing. Finally got the account active, put this auto trader on. I checked about the economic events as well, because I'd learnt about that. You must not trade when there's economic events like 15 minutes before or after, so I'd got that bit sussed. Put it on a quiet period of the day, and within 20 minutes it lost half my deposit. I switched it off and just didn't know what to do. I'd lost half my deposit. This deposit I really truly thought was going to grow, and it went down to $125. So I just froze. I didn't know what to do, thinking, what the hell has happened here? Like, what? And then I contacted the support, obviously no reply. So that was my first experience, and honestly, I can't even tell you, was so confused. Just so confused. Like, what the hell just happened? I've watched hundreds of videos of people using this software, and it's one way, and then that has just happened to me. I do not understand. So it took me a long time to kind of just accept that for some reason my one had done that, and the reviewers' ones hadn't. It took me a long time to accept that. So over time I withdrew the money, and I just sat with it and thought, okay, I really don't understand that. I absolutely didn't think that I'd been scammed, because I'm watching all these reviews, I'm watching it in front of my eyes, I'm watching those balances grow, I'm watching those trades come in. So I just kind of went with it, carried on watching all the videos, carried on watching the reviewers. I contacted a few people. Some people got back to me and just said they didn't really understand why. It might be this, it might be that, it might have just been a bad moment, you know, blah blah blah. So I was kind of still in hope that maybe, okay, this one was just went weird on me. Anyway, I sat for quite a while, again, a few weeks, watching reviews and getting in touch with people and learning and just trying to get my wits about me. And the next one that came along was Crunch Tech. Now that one seemed to be really good. And also, what I have found is with the binary options software reviewers, there's kind of two teams. And one of them seemed to be extra cautious and don't go for anything apart from these odd ones that they test out first and they're all brilliant or whatever. And there's the other team that kind of just go for it. So I then realised that Crunch Tech came out and both teams were saying it was good. So I thought, okay, so the extra cautious ones are saying it's good as well, so it must be good this time. Signed up through one of the reviewers. She was really nice, really helpful, and I thought, oh, this is it this time. I obviously, for some reason, because I asked her, I tried Ice 9 and the experience I'd had, and she said, unfortunately, sometimes these things work for some and work for others. It depends on your location and everything. I think I don't really understand what you mean, but anyway, it's fine. We've got Crunch Tech. You know, she was using it, having a really good time. All the reviewers were doing really well, and I left it a couple of weeks again and joined. This time, it just malfunctioned. It basically was taking, she was really helping me and advising me on settings and, you know, the risk strength and things like that, and we put it on quite a safe one, and it was only taking one trade an hour at the same minute every hour, and sometimes not on the hour. So sometimes it would, I think it was like 49, like, you know, so it would be like 9:49 in the morning, and it was the same currency pair. Then 10:49, same currency pair. 11:49, same currency pair. Then it'd miss a few hours. Then it would come back 14:49. Thinking, what the hell is going on here? And also, it wasn't a great win rate either. So I was going back and forth to her. She said, not really sure about that. We upped the strength. I'm trying to get through these quickly, but these were actually, you know, I was going through these experiences for like weeks at a time. So anyway, sorry, I've lost my train of thought. So it was just taking these like odd ones at the same time with the same currency pair, which seemed to me like a bit strange. So anyway, she said that it did seem strange to her as well, so just up the strength and see what happens. And oh yeah, one night I turned the auto trader off, and the next morning it had taken a load of trades in the middle of the night, which I didn't know about, and a load of them lost. And it just didn't seem to be functioning properly. I think I tried it for about 3 or 4 days, and it was just taking these same ones on the hour, the same minute, sometimes not taking them, and it wasn't a good win rate. So she said, okay, maybe just switch off the auto trade and try some of the manual signals. Well, the manual signals to me didn't seem like they were right either, because when I was going and looking at charts, they didn't seem to be following the same trend. They didn't seem accurate, and I had a little bit of a go, and it wasn't easy because I'm brand new to binary options. So, you know, I didn't know how long the expiries to do. Was it 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute? What were these signals, you know? And it just got a bit complicated. And I wasn't doing very well with it. And it was not doing, the bottom line is, it was not doing what I was seeing happening on these hundreds of reviews videos I'd watched. So again, I'd had a completely different experience. So here I am, sitting in my bedroom, not having happen what I'm watching on the screen. Thinking, what the hell is going on? So again, I had to pick myself up and think, okay, I think this one's malfunctioned. And even the lady, the reviewer, said, I think it may have gone wrong on you. So maybe try and re-register, or you might have to just wait until something else comes, or learn to trade manually and all that. So thinking, okay then, I'm going to have to do this again. All in this time, by the way, in my personal life, I was getting closer and closer to losing my house. And I was in a panic doing this thing, because I'm thinking, I need this to work. And every time a new one comes out and you're watching all these reviews, and these people are having, like, 50 out of 70 trades win a day, I'm thinking, oh my god, this is it, I'm sorted. So anyway, I picked myself up, left CrunchTech, wasn't working properly, and thought I'd just wait for another software to come along. So I'm thinking, okay, I've had Ice 9, that one's gone wrong, but I think that it might have been a bit of a scam or something. I don't really know why, but I had a different experience to everyone else. Then CrunchTech came along and everyone seemed to be doing really well with it, so I'm thinking my one malfunctioned, so I'm going to have to just leave that. But you can't even imagine the frustration and confusion that I had inside, thinking, I don't understand it. And then my CrunchTech, my Ice 9's done that. Weeks later, these reviewers are still using Ice 9, and it's still doing really well. I'm like, what is going on? I don't understand what happened. And the same with CrunchTech. Weeks later, people are still doing really well, and I didn't have that experience. So I was starting to think, I don't really understand. I'm thinking, is this not a coincidence? But I'm watching their reviews and I'm studying them and I'm rewinding them and I'm thinking, there is no way they could fake that. There's no way all of these people could fake those videos. And also those people, are maybe naive, but they do seem like really genuine people. So it really, really does appear that they were having that experience, but for some reason I wasn't. So, hold on 2 seconds, I've got someone coming to the door, hold on. Sorry about that, I just had a delivery, so I had to go. I'm sorry this video's taking a while, but it is quite a long story, and I wanted to put my whole story across before I start to do further videos. Okay, so there we were with CrunchTech. I abandoned it, and I just carried on watching the reviews, and I was like infuriated inside because I was watching people having a great time, still with Ice 9 and still with CrunchTech, and I really didn't understand why. So I just sat it out, and I intended to wait until another software come along, because I didn't really understand what happened with Ice 9, and it looked like the CrunchTech kind of malfunctioned. So I thought, okay, it could be one of those things. I couldn't just go, oh, this is a big fat scam, I'm going to walk away, because of what I was seeing on these videos. It's like, there's no way you can go, oh, this must be a massive scam, when I'm seeing like over 10 people on a screen using these softwares live, and what is actually happening, the trades coming in, the balance is growing. And I couldn't just walk away from it. And the fact was as well, if I had an income coming in, then it might be a bit, oh, I can't be bothered with this. But I was desperate to make money. And as far as I could see, this was a way, because I could see it happening in front of me. So the next one that come along was Trader's Revenge. And again, I wasn't going to jump into anything. There was quite a few that came along in between that I thought, no, I'm not sure. And the next one that came along that really caught my eye was Trader's Revenge, and I could see what these reviewers were experiencing. All of them. Paul from Binary Options in Review, Adam from Binary Options Strategy, Nicola from Binary Options Software, all of them were having, and much more, Learn to Trade Binary, Binary Options Product Review, all of them were having an amazing time with Trader's Revenge. And what I liked about Trader's Revenge is that, what I saw that I liked about Trader's Revenge was that you could do $5 trades and that you could make these trades yourself. So I didn't have to use an auto trader if I didn't want to, and I could start really small. Again, I watched lots of reviews and plucked up the courage to go for it. I'm not just finding these $250, by the way. I didn't let ICE 9 go down any more than 125, and I didn't let Crunch Tech go down any lower than 250. But it was malfunctioning, so I had to just, call it a day with that one. So I had some money. So I'd lent all this money. The first one I lent off a friend, and the second one I lent off my sister. I haven't got a P to P in at all, but I'm trying to get somewhere. So I deposited with Trader's Revenge with a broker called B for Binary. Before I even start, please let me know if you've had a good experience with them, because I had nothing but issues from the beginning. Nothing but issues. I may go into that in another video, but I had nothing but issues from the beginning to the very end, and it was a total nightmare. From the software was going wrong, was signing me out about every 20 seconds. That's not an exaggeration. 20 seconds. I couldn't even trade. Major issues with withdrawals. So I deposited with B for Binary. Paul at Binary Options in Review and Adam from Binary Options Strategy were both using them with Trader's Revenge. So I thought, okay, I trust this because I can see the money coming in, it's working. So I deposited with them, started using Trader's Revenge. First of all, again, even without trading, it was different to theirs. Their one, all of the options for trading, not the auto trader, the actual placing the manual trades, were all their broker. So they were all B for Binary, and they were all, apart from very rare occasions, 60-second trades. I, on the other hand, had the same screen, but they were for lots of different brokers, sometimes 4 or 5 different brokers. So to get one for my broker, which is B for Binary, they were few and far between. And also, they were for all different times, sometimes for days, long-term trades, for days ahead. Thinking, this isn't right. Also, it wouldn't let me do $5 trades. So, Paul and Adam from the two reviewers were both using B for Binary with Trader's Revenge. They could do $5 trades. They'd actually demonstrated doing $5 trades on their reviews, and I've seen it happen. Wouldn't let me do $5 trades. I had to start with $25 trades. So I've got the same broker, the same software, but it wouldn't let me do $5 trades. So already, before I've started, this is not the same experience as what I am seeing on the screen with the reviewer. Why? So I thought, I can't be bothered to go through the whole withdrawal and deposit thing again. So I thought I'll go for $25. I was, really nervous, but as far as I could see on these videos, they were having a phenomenal win rate, like ridiculous win rate, like 85 to 90%. So I started trading. I made sure there was no events going on. I was really nervous. I was doing $25 trades, and I did it one afternoon. It was probably about 4ish. And over, again, by the way, it was getting closer and closer to me having to give up my house. So I was in like frantic mode trying to make this money. It won loads of trades. It won about 4 or 5, one after the other. I thought, oh my God, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I was seeing. This is what I've been seeing on these videos. Great. So then it lost a couple, and then it carried on winning. I was thinking, great, and I got it up to like $370 or something from my $250, and I was thinking, thank you, it's happened. Like, I have found something. I have found a way to make decent money at home that's not too much effort, that's quite easy to understand, that I can mentally deal with while I'm not well. This is it, I've done it. Then it started to lose quite a few trades. I was thinking, okay, it's fine though, because it did win a few in the beginning, so it obviously does win. And then it lost more and more. And then I went down. I was like, you know, in minus by the end of the day. So I thought, okay then. Bearing in mind, by the way, when I was watching their reviews, they would just click, click, click. They were all their broker, all 1 minute trades. For me, I was having to wait for my broker to come in. I had about 4 or 5 going on my screen. Not the same as theirs. So I went to bed that night really worried, thinking, I don't think it necessarily is working. It's all a little bit iffy. It's a bit 50-50. It started off well, but whatever. Then I'm thinking, okay, it might pick up tomorrow. Long story short, the next day was lost loads of trades. It was only winning about 40%. And I got it down to like $150 or something over the next day. I think I did it actually over a couple of days. I made sure I was, you know, avoiding the economic events. I'd learnt that part of it, must avoid them. But over a couple of days, it was losing loads of trades. And I couldn't continue because I had to do these $25 trades. I couldn't do these $5 trades like I wanted to. So by this point, I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here? But what kept me going was I was watching these reviews. Not just one, not just two, a good 10 different people doing their reviews a couple of times a day on Traders Revenge, like they had done Ice 9, like they had done Crunch Tech. And I'm watching those trades come in. I'm watching them come in on their screens. I'm watching their live trading. I'm watching their videos. I'm watching their computer screen and what it's doing. I mean, I become obsessed. I was thinking, is it something to do with my internet connection? I tried different laptops. I tried different locations. I went to my sister's. I went to my other sister's. I tried Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer. I tried everything. I tried deleting my cookies all the time. I tried leaving my cookies for the whole time. I tried everything, and I was emailing so many people and asking and trying to get answers, and it left me actually insane. It left me mental because I just didn't understand. I didn't understand. How was this happening? How was this happening? How was I watching them have one experience and this was happening to me? But by this point I was thinking, I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't think this is a coincidence now. But I couldn't understand, which was infuriating, why I was watching the reviews and the videos having one experience and why something completely else was happening to me. And it didn't appear like these people were scamming. It didn't appear like they were being untrue or fixing the videos or whatever. It didn't appear that way. It seemed like that they really did genuinely think that everyone else was having the same time as them. So I've got to try and get through this as quick as I possibly can. But I'm saying it quite quickly so you can't really understand the full capacity of what it did to me, how confused I was and not understanding. I was pulling my hair out, and then I'd have that and the thinking, okay, so I'm going to have to leave Traders Revenge as well now, and I'm still continuing to watch these videos of them making thousands. I mean, like that Adam and Paul made thousands on Traders Revenge, and I was just like crying outside and inside, thinking, I don't understand why that didn't happen to me. I don't understand why it didn't happen to me. And because I'm so desperately in need of the money. Anyway, so I kind of like cried into my pillow for a few days. And then somehow, because I'm still watching these videos and I'm still seeing what's happening, I still was getting this hope from somewhere, thinking, I don't know, maybe it was my laptop, maybe it was this, maybe it was that, because it's still working for them, why isn't it working for me? And there must be a loophole, there must be a way that I can make this happen. So, you're going to be shocked, but I tried again. I carried on watching the videos, I said goodbye to Traders Revenge, and even though I was feeling sick inside, because I was still watching these reviewers make thousands of dollars, or even hundreds, like, is all I need. And I was losing everything around me, and I just kind of went into depression for a few days, and then I was still continuing to watch the videos. I don't know why I was putting myself through that misery, but I was still continuing to watch everyone's videos, and then automated binary came along, and I watched, and I learnt, and I you know, picked it apart, and are they faking it, and is that real, and let's see if I'm watching it, is it actually happening, or are they tricking you, is this a big trick, are you actually watching that account balance change in front of you live? So I did. I watched, and I learned, and I took it all in, and I felt the automated binary was the way to go, because there was so many settings, and you could change, you could you know, change the algorithms, you could have $5 trades, you could take out the pairs. I was thinking, okay, now this looks to me like this is up my street, and I think this might be what I need. I think we might be able to get somewhere with this. I wasn't stupid. I wasn't thinking, oh great, those three just were shit and now I'm going to be rich. I wasn't thinking that, but I was thinking, and also there was a part of me that just couldn't let this go. I couldn't let it go because I couldn't work out why and why this was happening. And I needed to know, I needed to find out why, because I'm just not going to be able to just go, that actual nightmare happened to me over a period of a few months and I'm just going to forget it. I need to know why. So I joined up to automated binary. I joined up through a different reviewer this time, so that's the fourth. That's the fourth one that I joined up through, and made a start. Guess what? I couldn't do $5 trades again. I was heading for a breakdown. I was heading for a breakdown. The reason I went for it was because it did $5 trades, and that I desperately need to work very slowly and cautiously. Again, I was on a time limit. I was losing my house. The days were just flying by and everything was starting to just come down on me. So I decided to just go for the $25 trades and see what happened. Again, started off really well. Over about 10 trades, I had about 70% in the money, thinking, yes, thank God, this is it this time, definitely this is it this time. And all started to go downhill after that. Loss. One point lost about 4 in a row. So I thought, okay, I'd seen on the reviews that this one was not a miracle worker, it was quite steady. So I was thinking, even if I could get 65% out of it, that is still a profit. But it started to lose, and I couldn't let it go any further. I have the patience of a saint, and I'm so determined, and so I have to know the answer to something, that I just continued on. So I withdrew money and I registered again with a broker that I knew did $5 trades. Yes, hooray, finally. Automated binary, set up, and it was taking $5 trades. Started off quite well. By the way, even the demo on automated binary wasn't showing a very good win rate for me. It was still only, I mean, I played with that demo for days, probably about a whole week. And I was thinking, I know it's not, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was looking at each individual trade on the broker to see if it was actually those figures. So I was actually kind of seeing what it would have been, and it wasn't a very good win rate then. Thinking, okay. But even the demo itself was coming out with quite a lot of losses. So I had this $5 trade like thing sorted, so I started, and it was okay at first, you know, kind of probably about 60% winning, and then and when I say at first, I mean for the first few hours, and then it started to lose quite a lot, and then I was again, I'm always avoiding the economic events, the high and the medium and high volatility events. And then I was watching loads of videos. It started to go a bit wrong, so I just took a couple of days, just watch a load of videos. And one of the videos, I think it was Learn to Trade Binary, was suggesting certain times, so I decided to just trade on those times. Again, it was losing loads. Again, it was about 60 to 70% losses against wins. And now I'm just kind of like throwing that out there because I've got to hurry up with this video. But that was what was happening. There was loads and loads and loads and loads of losses. Loads. So again, I'm watching the reviewers thinking, that's not happening for them. Why is it happening for me? So by now, this was my 5th registration of a binary options software, my 4th different software, but I'd had to do automated binary twice. And overall, it had been absolutely, completely the opposite to what I'm seeing on the reviewers' videos. Completely the opposite. And it was driving me insane. Like, insane. I didn't understand, but I continued to watch the videos and continued to almost like combust inside, because I'm looking at them, I'm looking at them having their experience with these thousands and thousands and thousands, the hundreds that they're withdrawing, and all this money that they're generating, and all these winning trades. The win. I'm thinking, that's not happening to me. That's not happening to me on any of them. All I can see in my eyes right now is loss. That's all that's ever happened. So I had to give up on all of that. But again, I wasn't going to give up, and that's the whole reason I'm doing this video, because I don't understand. I know it's not a coincidence. My gut tells me that. This is not a coincidence. But how are we watching those reviewers have the experience they're having? And I don't think they're scamming, and I don't think they're tricking. I really don't think they are. I think that they are signing up for these softwares and they are genuinely having that experience. Why? Why is that happening for them, and why is that not happening for me? So what I would like to know, and I'm going to do another video after this because I have had experience with a current software, which I will update you on in the next video because this has gone on way too long, and I really hope that you haven't minded watching this, but I'm hoping that the people watching this have had a similar experience, so they're going to be interested to listen to the full story. This is what I am thinking, that somehow their software is manipulated somehow, or somehow our software is manipulated somehow. Somehow there's certain people that flag up, possibly. I may be basically making up a story, like some sort of, like detective drama, but it's the only thing I can think of. They are having one experience and I have had something completely different, and that's not just once, it's 5 times. 5 times the same thing has happened over and over again. In my personal life, it's all gone completely bomb up. I have lost my house, I'm living in my dad's spare room, I have just wasted about 4 months on this binary option software thing, and I really truly thought that it was what it appeared to be, and it wasn't just me watching a scammy video and getting fooled. I'm talking, I've watched thousands and thousands of review videos on YouTube, watching them use the software, watching them teach you how to trade, like, not trade, but teach you how to binary options trade, teach you actually use these softwares. And it is such a conflict inside of me, because I really truly feel that these things do work for them, and I do actually feel that they have the ability to work. So why haven't they worked for me? And I know people might be thinking, well, you've obviously done it at the wrong times, or this or that. I promise you I haven't. I've done nothing different to them. I've avoided the economic events, and I've made sure that I've done it, in working hours. I haven't done anything. People, some people that have got back to me on email saying, you need to learn how to manual trade. Why do I? Because I know that these people, because I've asked them, apart from avoiding the economic events, they use the software. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. I make sure I avoid the economic events. Half an hour before, 15 minutes before and after. That's not the point, because I have used these softwares on days where there really isn't that many events, or over like a 4-hour period where there's no events in that time, and it's done the same thing. At one point someone was saying, oh, it must be because of the Brexit thing, oh, it must be because of the... No, the softwares lose loads of trades. That's why I'm doing this video. Does anyone know why? I have had the experience I have had, and they are having the experience they have had, and they continuing to. Why and how is this happening? And also, I would like to ask the reviewers that are watching this, do you know? Do you have any idea that this is happening to the likes of me? I need some light shed on this, and that's why I'm putting this out there, and I'm really hoping that someone can shed some light. The other thing I was thinking of, so I'm just going to look at my little book because I did have a little bit of an agenda. Yeah, the other thing I was thinking of is if a reviewer would like to sign in on one of my accounts and try and use my software. The software that I have set up from my address with my email. I would like to know if anyone would like to try it, because I would like to see what would happen if you signed in with my software, to see what the difference is between yours and mine, because that would be very interesting, and I think it would teach people a lot. Yeah, I've put this video together. I'm so sorry it's gone on so long, but this is months and months of stuff that I've had to try and put into one, you know, sitting. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not a coincidence. 5 times now I've had the same experience, and I would like anyone who could shed any light, please, please, please comment below, or please email me on Andrea L. Smithy, so it's AndreaLSmithY@gmail.com. Please, 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 people, get in touch. I really want to hear if people have had the same experience, if anyone can shed any light, if anyone's got any suggestions or ideas or advice, because I'm continuing to watching the videos because I'm still completely baffled and infuriated, because I'm watching them make all that money and I know what's happened to me, and none of the customer supports exist. You can't get in touch with anyone, no one's prepared to help, and I just think it's so out of order what has happened, and I'm not going to rest until I get some answers. So yeah, please email me on the address that I just said. I'm going to put it all in the description below as well. And I will be filming another video which will probably be put on at the same time as this, because I have tried Prism Tech recently, because I gave it all another go, and I want to share my experience of what I've had with that, and because it's a current software I'm going to do in a separate video. But thanks so much for watching. I'm so sorry it's gone on so long, and I really appreciate anyone contacting me, commenting or emailing me with, oh, I'm also on Skype, which is Andrea Smith 82, and I'm really hoping that I can get to the bottom of this so that I can actually sleep at night without feeling completely baffled and confused. Thanks so much for watching.